For me, I feel the double up's been my favorite part of wakeboarding, probably the most challenging. I think what makes it unique is that they're very seldom the same. There's always moving water, which makes it different than traditional boat riding or even riding cable or anything, is that every double up is different in its own way. It's really hard. As much as you can try to drive the same double up over and over, very seldom are they exactly the same. You have to adapt to the variables of what each one's kind of giving you. And from the beginning, it's been my favorite part about contests. You know, back in the day, you would have 2 runs going down and it all came down to a double up. A lot of contests were made or broke at that moment. It almost seems like it was a buzzer beater. You would go down and back, and then it came down to the double up. And if you stuck it, you could win the contest. If you fell, you're pretty done. And I've lost and won a lot of contests on the double up.
In the exact right spot. There it is. He does it. That was huge. Sean Murray's going, no way can I beat that. Park Spotify just, oh, he's going over the, oh my, at the Masters. Park Spotify goes over the ramp and does a back roll. What are the jumpers going to think about that?
And what really inspired me with double ups was in the beginning, like I remember when I was like 13 watching like Wake the Beast and Spray and stuff, and watching Gator out on Lake Powell doing these huge cab fronts, really cutting at these double ups as hard as you possibly can. And then in high wake drifters and hit it and stuff, watching Byerly do like the first Fat Chance and Pete Roses and all these tricks that have never been done in wakeboarding. I could see that he was using the double up to get it done. And that's after seeing those two, that's all I really wanted to do with double ups, is just try to do the trick that I've never done. And once I got to that point, try to do the trick that's never been done in wakeboarding. So that's why I've always tried to just huck as much stuff as I possibly could. Whether I was gonna make it or not, I always tried it to see how close I was. Some shit I made, most of the shit I didn't. But you know, you never know till you go. So I kept on hucking and kept on trying, and through the years, I think the double up's been kind of taken out of the limelight opposed to like what it was in the early 2090s. I feel like as the boats get bigger, the wakes get bigger, and the guys didn't need the double up as much as they needed to in the past. They could do all these tricks from double flips to 1080s all off the wake now. So you didn't need the double up as much as we needed it in the past. When I was coming up, you know, the wakes were a lot smaller. So we really utilized the double up to do the next trick that hasn't been done. That's where I did my first double flips ever. That's where I made my first 1080. So we actually had to use the double up to get the air that we needed at the time. And you can even tell from the beginning of the double up, Ricky McCormick down at Cypress Gardens in 1977, I believe, and he used it to do a backflip, pretty much a gainer on 2 trick skis. He was probably trying off the wake and knew he didn't have enough air to get it. So even back then they were utilizing and trying to shape the water to get as much air as you could. And as contests evolved and double ups got bigger, remember there was one at SeaWorld called the Big Air Double Up Challenge. I think we did that for a couple years there. That was right in SeaWorld, right on the show ski circle right there.
Darren Shapiro, without question, the winningest wakeboarder in this sport's history, and a guy who, with a shorter stature, can actually go a lot bigger than most of the big guys.
Darren is very unique in that he's only 5 feet nothing, but he's super, super strong. So he can hold on to tricks and take tricks a lot bigger than your average wakeboarder.
This is the first of 2 double ups in the final round of action. We're at SeaWorld here in Orlando, Florida. Shapiro in for the first double up.
And the crowd is looking for the speedball, a trick he invented, and Darren throws it. He over-rotates. Can he hold on to it? Oh my! His foot comes out of the binding, but Darren holds on.
And after that contest, that's what gave me the idea. That's when I just started riding for Redbull, and I talked to Hayes Willis, and I was like, man, I would love to throw my own double up contest. And I want no second place, no third place. I want the winner to take it all. So really, that was the whole motive for me starting Double or Nothing, was to get rid of the second place, the third place, no sandbagging. So it just forces people to go for the hardest tricks. Every time we do a Double or Nothing, that's the whole motive of it, is to try to get a new trick that's never been done before. Harley's landed a 720 mob. Gunther just landed a wrap toe back 1080. So still to this day, we're seeing tricks that have never been done on the double up at Double or Nothing. Through the years, we ended up doing 6 or 7 more Double or Nothings, and we always take a hiatus, and I think it's always good when we do, because I feel the sport kind of like changes. The Mastercraft Extra Wake is bigger than it's ever been. I feel like the riding in the sport to where it is nowadays is better than it's ever been. When you drive double ups on this wake, the space between the rollers is so huge. It's so easy to navigate your way into these rollers and get your trick done. So you can over kink, you can build them up, you can shape them as big as you want, you can tee it up extra hard. Why? Because it's so easy to get into these double ups. After taking a 10-year break with Double or Nothing, last year was the first year we did it in about 10 years. So the one prior was in about 2000, I think it was 2011. Fast forward 10 years later, can't think of a better time to do it live on Lake Ivanhoe with a crowd on shore, live webcast, 16 riders. You know, I feel like anytime there's a crowd on shore, the riders get more and more pumped up and squeeze that handle a little bit harder. And I think this is a perfect venue. The double ups are going to be done right next to shore. We're going to have announce and full-on beer garden. You can flow. It's going to be sick. September 12th, downtown Lake Ivanhoe, all day, 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, live webcast, Red Bull, Double or Nothing, powered by Mastercraft, 2021 Lake Ivanhoe live. Let's go.